Well, tonight, two very different versions of what happened in North Columbus last Friday afternoon. The attorney for Franklin County Sheriff Deputy Jason Meade says that Casey Goodson Jr. pointed a gun at the deputy.
Of course, Goodson's mother and her attorney telling a different story. NBC4's Dan Perlman is joining us live now with both sides tonight. And Dan, you can tell us what else the deputy's attorney is telling you as well.
Well, Colleen, he says that Deputy Meade is fully cooperating with this investigation, and he is encouraging any and all witnesses to come forward. It was 6 days ago, police say Franklin County Sheriff's Deputy Jason Meade shot and killed Casey Goodson Jr. According to police, Meade reports seeing Goodson with a gun while working as a member of a U.S. Marshals task force. Goodson's family says the 23-year-old was returning home from the dentist with Subway sandwiches when he was shot. Now, for the first time, Deputy Meade's attorney wrote Meade this: "At no time did Deputy Meade mistake a sandwich for a gun." Mr. Goodson pointed his gun at Deputy Meade. There has been confirmation that our client gave verbal commands for Mr. Goodson to drop the gun. A spokesperson for Columbus Police tells me he cannot confirm if those commands were in fact given. Police so far only saying there are reports of a verbal exchange, but the nature of that exchange has not been made public. This on the same day Goodson's mother again weighs in on why she believes her son was shot.
Because the reason why is because my son is a young black man.
That as she and her attorneys wait for answers.
We don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. We deserve to know what happened, but we have no idea at this point what happened that led to Jason Meade choosing to take Casey's life.
And Columbus Police Chief Tom Quinlan issued a statement today recognizing this community wants answers. He wrote, "As we have stated before, many facts will not be known until the investigation is complete. As we confirm new details that do not jeopardize the investigation, we have and will continue to share them." One more piece of information. The attorneys for Goodson's family say they do intend to pursue an independent autopsy. Local for you in Columbus, Dan Perlman, NBC4.
All right, Dan, thank you so much for the update. Well, Casey Goodson's death is just one of the topics that we'll discuss tonight on The Conversation. His death has become a national story, and another reason that some people around the country say that the fight against racial injustice should not stop until everyone is treated equally and with civility.
It is great for us to be vulnerable if we are getting somewhere. It does no good for me to sit here and pour out my feelings and how I feel and different experiences, some things that I haven't shared and talked about before.
Right.
If we're not making progress with it.
This has made me wake up a little bit more. I think I've become a little bit complacent over the years because I've been dealing with this for a long, long time. And I thought that, this is, kind of just the way it is. And there wasn't going to be a lot of change. I didn't realize that we could have, so many people all thinking the same way and all trying to do something to make a change. They're gradually coming around, or they suddenly come around, but there is a lot of change going on.
This is an awakening for a lot of white people, but I'm concerned how long people stay awake. And I think that that question remains. And I don't think that there is okay, white people got it. I think there is a position of a lot of people who were going, I was taught a lot of things that were wrong. And I think there is a little bit of a walking on eggshells for a lot of folks going, how should I be? How shouldn't I be?
Time ago, we shared another interview that Brad did, and you'll hear more of that later on tonight on The Conversation, where one white gentleman said, "I've been listening more, and I've been trying to share how I'm changing and what I'm learning with others."
We all have our own perspective. That was I wish I had been here when you recorded that. I was out at the time, but it was interesting listening to my friend Bob Nunley, because many years ago, he said he hasn't thought about this for a while, but he and I had a conversation about this. And he told me, it always makes me sad. He said, if I'm walking across the street and somebody's car is parked, I hear them lock their doors.
Or you see people clutch their purse.
Yeah,
or you see people let the elevator door close.
And I thought, wow, that's a sad, because, I know Bob Nunley. He's
right.
Sweet Bob.
Absolutely.
And to hear people fear him.
He's Bob to you and I. He's just another black man to some people out on the streets. All right, so you got to, again, if you want to continue to listen in on the conversation. We want to hear what you have to say, but you've got to check out the conversation tonight right here on NBC4 at 7:30.